A new era of Peace. Po, now the master of the Valley of Peace, continues his role as spiritual leader and teacher. The Furious Five help him maintain harmony, but their adventures have slowed down. Po struggles with balancing his new responsibilities with his love of action. Meanwhile, villagers celebrate the longest period without war in decades. But a mysterious rumor spreads of a shadowed warrior rising in the far west. Po senses the winds of change, though he tries to ignore it. The Temple of Silent Fangs in a distant desert land, a hidden temple thrives under a ruthless leader named Shenlong. He's a cobra master of ancient forbidden kung fu arts once believed extinct. His philosophy rejects balance, instead seeking ultimate domination. Shenlong's warriors, called the Silent Fangs, train in secrecy. They use venom-powered strikes capable of paralyzing even the strongest fighters. Word of their growing army finally reaches Po's ears. The council's warning the Master's Council convenes, including Shifu Po and elders from other provinces. They confirm that Shenlong seeks to unite China under his control. The council fears he has unearthed the Serpent Scroll, a relic that corrupts Kai. They urge Po to lead a preemptive mission before Shenlong's army spreads. Po insists on including the Furious Five, but Shifu warns the threat may require new allies. For the first time, Po feels unprepared as Dragon Warrior. The students burdened back in the valley, Po meets his eager students, who look up to him as a hero. One student, a brave but reckless young fox named Jin, wants to join the mission. Po refuses, insisting Jin is not ready, echoing Shifu's words to him years ago. But deep inside, Po wonders if he's becoming too much like his master. The five remind Po that every hero starts as a novice. Still, Po fears leading his students into danger. A journey westward, Po and the Furious Five travel across mountains and deserts towards Shenlong's domain. The journey is grueling, and tensions rise as supplies run low. Along the way, Po begins to notice his Kai is weakening. Meditation fails to restore him, leaving him troubled. Unknown to Po, Shenlong's scroll is draining Qi across the land. This invisible threat begins to affect every Kung Fu master. The desert ambush the team is attacked by masked Silent Fang assassins. Their venomous techniques overwhelm even Tigress and Crane. Po defeats them but nearly collapses after a venom strike. Mantis discovers the poison disrupts Kai flow, making healing impossible. The attackers retreat, warning that Shenlong awaits the Dragon Warrior. For the first time, Po admits his fear to the five. Secrets of the Serpent Scroll, the group finds shelter in an abandoned desert monastery. Shifu, who secretly followed them, reveals more about the Serpent Scroll. It was written by a corrupted monk centuries ago, obsessed with controlling Qi. The scroll amplifies power, but drains the world around it. If Shenlong masters it fully, no force of Kung Fu will stand against him. Po realizes his weakening Qi is a direct result of the scroll's awakening. A fox's defiance, Jin, the young fox student, secretly followed Po's group. He reveals himself after helping them escape a Silent Fang trap. Po is furious but conflicted, remembering his own defiance as a student. The Furious Five debate whether to send Jin home or let him help. Shifu says destiny sometimes arrives in unexpected forms. Po reluctantly allows Jin to stay but warns him of the dangers. The Oasis of Truth, the group discovers a mystical oasis hidden within the desert. It's said to reveal one's true self through visions. Each member faces inner fears. Tigress sees herself losing discipline. Monkey sees loneliness. Po's vision shows him failing as Dragon Warrior, his Qi completely gone. Jin's vision reveals a shadowy serpent consuming his spirit, hinting at a personal destiny. The oasis shakes Po's confidence further. The Cobra's fortress, they finally reach Shenlong's fortress carved into a massive canyon. The walls pulse with green Qi energy from the Serpent Scroll. Silent fangs line the cliffs, their eyes glowing from corruption. Inside, Shenlong meditates, feeding on the stolen Qi of captured masters. He welcomes Po, mocking his weakness. Po vows to stop him, but his energy falters. First clash with Shenlong, the Furious Five attack, but Shenlong's venomous techniques overwhelm them. His strikes corrupt their Qi, leaving them sluggish and weak. Po confronts Shenlong, but his punches barely land. Shenlong reveals he has been draining Po's Qi since the scroll awoke. Jin bravely tries to intervene but is swatted aside effortlessly. The heroes retreat, badly injured and humiliated. The fall of the Dragon Warrior back in hiding, Po admits he no longer feels like the Dragon Warrior. He believes Shenlong has taken his destiny away. The Furious Five try to encourage him, but Po grows distant. Shifu reminds him that the title means more than power, it's about spirit. Jin angrily confronts Po, accusing him of giving up. Po realizes his fear is spreading to his students. Lessons from the past that night, Po dreams of Oogway, who appears in a swirl of golden petals. Oogway tells him that true strength is not in chi alone but in perseverance. He reminds Po of every time he triumphed against impossible odds. Oogway reveals the Serpent Scroll cannot destroy the spirit of Kung Fu, it can only weaken it. Po awakens with renewed determination. He decides to train with the Furious Five in secret techniques of unity. Training the spirit, the group begins harsh training in the desert sands. They learn to combine their weakened ki to strengthen one another. Po teaches them the art of improvisation, turning weakness into strength. Jin proves his cleverness, devising traps and tricks against venom strikes. Slowly, they regain confidence as a team. Po begins to feel like the Dragon Warrior once more. The infiltration, the group sneaks back into the fortress under cover of night. Jin leads them through hidden tunnels. Only he can squeeze through. They free captured masters who had been drained of ki. One of them, an old tortoise, reveals a counter technique to venom strikes. As alarms sound, the group prepares for their final stand. Po declares this will be their last chance. The Battle of the Serpent Canyon, the Furious Five unleash coordinated strikes, balancing each other's sides. The freed masters join the fight against the Silent Fangs. Jin uses his traps to immobilize several warriors. Po faces Shenlong again, this time with more control. The canyon shakes with the clash of Qi energy, but Shenlong reveals the scroll's final form, transforming into a monstrous serpent. The Dragon V is the serpent. Shenlong's new form towers over Po, radiating corruption. He attacks with venom blasts that shake the canyon walls. Po channels the combined ki of his friends into one mighty stance. The two collide in a massive explosion of light and venom. Po is nearly crushed, but Jin saves him at the last moment. Together, they strike Shenlong with a unity technique. Breaking the scroll begins to unravel as Po channels his spirit into it. Oogway's voice echoes, guiding him to focus not on power but on harmony. The scroll shatters, releasing a wave of golden K that restores balance. Shenlong collapses, defeated, shrinking back into his cobra form. The Silent Fangs lose their corruption and fall unconscious. Peace returns to the canyon as the venom clouds vanish. A master's choice, the heroes return to the Valley of Peace with their students. The council praises Po for saving the land yet again. Po recognizes Jin's courage and officially accepts him as his apprentice. The Furious Five acknowledge that the new generation is ready to rise. Shifu smiles, proud that Po has grown into a true master. Po finally accepts that his destiny is to guide others, not just fight. Legacy of the Dragon Warrior in a touching final scene. Po trains his students under the peach tree of wisdom. He teaches them that Kung Fu is not about power, but about balance and heart. Jin leads the younger students with pride, reflecting Po's early days. As the camera pans out, Oogway's spirit watches over the valley, smiling. The Furious Five meditate nearby, knowing their legacy is safe. The legend of the Dragon Warrior continues through Po and the next generation.